Hey there, Grumpy Old Fart here. Be sure to check me out over on Rumble. There you'll find all of my stuff from YouTube, plus my political and social commentary and weekly current events, which YouTube frowns on. Links to my Rumble channel, as well as my other YouTube channels, and links to let you order my books are in the description of this video. If you enjoy my content, please like, subscribe, share, and comment. I welcome your comments, even if you disagree with me. Now, on with the video. Hey there, Grumpy Old Fart here. I'm doing an alien encounter video. I'm titling this one The Waving Entity. This story first appeared in the July 1976 issue of the Irish UFO News. The story takes place in the winter of 1945. Excuse me. An elderly man had traveled by boat to one of the islands off the west coast of Ireland to visit a dying uncle. The uncle died prior to his arrival, unfortunately, so the man began walking back to shore to wait on the boat. It was winter, and the snow was really coming down. As he waited by the shore, he saw something unusual in the sky. It was a bright flash of light, like a camera, and suddenly an object came down to the sea. It was the size of an aircraft, but square, with a dome on top. It had purple lights all around it. The craft hovered over the water for a short time and then rose up and moved over and settled into a snow-covered field near him. Okay. The man tried to hide in some bushes while he watched. The craft, when it came down, it crushed several cows in the field as it came down. Excuse me. I had a tickle in my throat. It crushed several cows in the field when it came down. So, yeah, that right there adds a little credence to it. Two figures emerged from the craft. They had squarish legs and out of proportion bodies. They wore gray-black rubber suits. This is what the elderly witness said. One of them walked to the beach, and right out over the water, he placed an enormous file-like object in the water. The being then headed back to the craft. The elderly witness noticed how quiet it was until he heard loud barking. The property owner's dog had seen them and began barking at them. The beings thought one of the nearby cows was responsible for the noise, and one of them shot the cow with a red ray of light, which burned through the bovine and killed it. Then they saw the dog. One of the beings produced a large box with lights and an antenna. It aimed the antenna at the dog, which then became immediately docile and walked into the box. They put the box on the craft, so they took the dog. The elderly witness was very, very frightened. And I would be too, wouldn't you? They killed cows when they landed. They killed another one thinking it was barking at them, and then they kidnapped a damn dog. I'd have been scared too. The beings used a device to summon other such craft, which directed a beam of light all around the field. One of the entity's heads swiveled 360 degrees, watching the light. The entities turned and started to board the craft. As the last one boarded, it turned and looked right at the witness. It pointed up to space and waved. Then it boarded the craft. When the craft took off and left with the others, the witness ran to the nearest house. The farmer, upon hearing the story, advised the witness to keep silent. That's why it took him so long to come forward. The farmer related to him that odd things happened on his property all the time. Cattle deaths, lights in the sky, burn marks on the field, loads of fish washing up on shore, etc. And the witness did keep silent for 30 years. Now, whenever I do these videos, I try to give you stuff that can be corroborated, stuff that can be with a little bit of credence, some proof to it, you know. I try not to talk about stories that are just, oh look, I saw lights in the sky, you know, that kind of thing. Here's the thing: whoever did this, researched the story, found that there were crushed cattle on that property. So they're crushed cattle. That's some proof right there. One other cow had a burned hole through it. It was in the police report. The farmer corroborating events on his land seems to give the story the ring of truth. Added to the fact that the elderly witness withheld his name, so therefore could not gain financial profit from it, I rather think this story is true. What do you think? I mean, obviously, it could be a hoax. I'm not saying it's not, but crushed cattle and one with a burn mark through it, that says something. To me, that says something. Um, I'm not gonna stand here and tell you I know everything. I don't, but I know there's a lot of stuff humans don't know, and I know there's a lot of stuff we can't explain. So, if you have more comments or have no more information about this story, put it in the comments. I'm sure we'd all love to read them. Hope this finds everybody well. You folks have a good day. God bless one and all. There is a house in New Orleans where the monsters all hang out. When the police detective, who happens to be a skinwalker squirrel, uncovers a plot by a paranormal perpetrator, he has to enlist the aid of his fellow housemates. If you enjoy a modern, quirky take on historical mythology, check out my new original novel, The House Off Farrago Road. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment. I welcome your comments even if you disagree with me.